You got that right. This week's first descent is Satanica, issue number 8, the first appearance of Morella. So this past week, well, let me first start by saying this video is going to be a little bit shorter because I'm not sure how long my voice is going to hold out. This past week, I went up to Cleveland to see my favorite band, Danzig, live in concert. They were playing the whole first album in its entirety. You know, they played every song off that first album, which was just awesome to hear. I finally got to hear Soul on Fire, which is one of my favorite songs. I'll leave a link down below for that. If you've never heard that song, it's probably one of my favorite songs. So it was awesome hearing that song live. 3 opening bands, Midnight, Twin Temple, and Behemoth, were all pretty good. I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but yeah, it was just it was a crazy day too. I drove 2 hours up right from Pittsburgh after a meeting, hauled ass, and I thought I was gonna be late, and they didn't open the door till an hour later anyway, so I made it there just in time to see all the bands and plus get merch. Yeah, before we get to Two from the Tomb, check t-shirt and hoodie I bought. Yeah, I've been wanting that hoodie for a long time. $70, man. My $70 hoodie. But it's worth it to me, man. Yeah. Plus, you gotta support your band, man. You gotta support them. But before we get to this week's haul, let's get to our Two from the Tomb. Probably one of my favorite books. It seems like it's either ending for good or for a while, or I'm not sure. I haven't got a direct quote, so I can't really quote it. I'm not even mention who it is. But they draw a lot of, PZ type, PZ comic books, the kind of stuff I put on this channel, like violence and all that. From what I'm hearing, from the rumors I've been hearing, that it was getting a little too much. And I get that, if you just watch violent stuff all the time and, it starts getting to you. I'm a big fan of metal music, hard rock music and stuff. But sometimes, I just gotta, put on some John Denver, Gordon Lightfoot, ABBA. You can't listen to everything the same. You can't watch constant violent movies. Like, I'll watch like horror movies and stuff like that for a while. Then I just gotta stop watching it, man, just because it starts getting to me. And I'll put on stuff like, an Adam Sandler movie. Yeah. And if you would ask me 20 years ago if I would like Adam Sandler movies, I'm not somebody that likes comedies. They just don't appeal to me. But I do watch them every once in a while just to shake it up a little bit. But if you would ask me if I would have liked Adam Sandler movies, I would have been like, that's brain candy for idiots, that kind of stuff. But no, I like it. Yeah, I watch it, just to get a laugh or something, instead of watching constant horror. And I also watch a lot of thriller type movies. What else do I watch? Drama. I love a lot of that stuff. So I'm not really somebody that watches a lot of slap happy comedy kind of stuff. It's just not me. Anything with Matthew McConaughey, leaning up against some girl. It's like stuff my wife watches. But like I said, sometimes it just gets too much. So I get it. So I pulled out some Superman 307 here with a Neil Adams cover, and I remind myself why I collect stuff like Superman and Green Lantern. This is Green Lantern issue number 176. The reason why I collect that stuff is to give it a break. It's like a nice break, because I read a lot of dark stuff, like erotic stuff, Spawn stuff, independent stuff. So I always think that it's a good buffer. One of the reasons why I got into comics is just for, goofy stuff. like I like the superhero genre, even though it's been basically beaten to death. Yeah, modern superhero books. I mean, the hero isn't debatable if it's still a hero. You never know. But this stuff is just good old fashioned, just comic book stuff with oh, I can explain it. Goofball, not taking itself serious, up its own. But yeah, this is this week's two from two. So I get it. Sometimes you just gotta take a break from drawing all the dark stuff, or reading all the dark stuff, watching the dark stuff, listening to dark stuff. Sometimes sometimes you just need a break. But not on this channel. We go balls to the wall here with nah, just kidding. Alright, let's start off. So like I said, I went to the show this past Wednesday, and they had, well, Danzig had a Verotic comic book table set up. So I did end up picking up 4 of them that I needed because I had all the rest of them. So I've been trying to piece together a lot of the Verotic stuff with all the variants and everything. I really don't collect variants, but I do collect the Verotic variants. Just something I want to try to put together. So my plan of attack for this is to start going from back, the newest back. I'm having a hard time hunting down a list. I've been given a couple hints, a couple, talk to this guy, talk to that guy on Facebook, and really hard to find a complete list. So I'm basically going to start going back through each book and start hunting that way down, because in the back of some of these books, which is pretty cool. No, it's probably not this one to watch. Oh, okay. They show like the fan club. Limited edition fan club covers. So I'm gonna have to probably go through it that way. Just go hunt issues down, find out which the variant is. So I'm thinking about just making my own like Excel spreadsheet of this stuff, where I get all the artist names that did the covers. So again, this is Mortiana number 2. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Mortiana. I don't speak French, so I don't know. But I do know who this cat is, man. This is the cover I've been hunting down for a long time. And this is the Biz, Simon Bisley doing. That's a great looking cover, man. I don't think it's doing it justice on this. Nobody beats the Biz, man. That's for damn sure. And a lot of my favorite work from him is on Verotic Comics, so that's pretty cool too. I liked a lot of the Lobo stuff that he did. I liked a lot of the some of the Doom Patrol stuff that he did too. But my favorite stuff is the Verotic stuff. Yeah, this is the Francis C cover and the Simon Bisley cover for those keeping score at home. Also picked up Verotica Revenge. This is the Costanza cover. Variant, I should say, because Simon Bisley did the painted cover. But I'm pretty sure I got, if I remember right, I think I got all these 2. Let's see if we can, if it's in here, prove my point. There you go. Yeah, because I have this cover also. I bought this at the last Danzig show in Cincinnati when I went to that show. So I think I got all the Verotic Revenge covers. I might end up doing videos for each issue. So you might want to, if you don't really care about this, you might not want to watch those videos. But I won't release them on a Sunday. They won't be part of my my weekly show. It'll just be something I do on just for personal use. That way, if I can, somebody's trying to hunt down some issues too, they can, always use that as a source. I'm gonna try to get as much information on there as I possibly can, without opening books. I'm not trying to. The last one I bought was Satanica versus Morella's Demon 2. And this is. This is I believe it's the Ribi Chan. I believe that's how you pronounce their name. Usually I'm not a huge fan of cutesy tootsy, whatever you want to call it. Like I tried to get into like buying some of the Scotty Young stuff, and I just like it just isn't me, man. I just like, but I had to buy this because I needed it for my collection. But this wouldn't be something I normally would go after. It's not that it's bad or anything. It's just not something I care to go after. I mean I like anime and stuff, but I take it in very very small doses, I guess. Almost like sort of like a Conan or that I read, or Sergeant Rock, stuff like that, where I buy a couple, here and there every once in a while. Same with anime or manga or whatever you want to call it. Like I'll buy like a One Punch Man book, or just something crazy. I want to check out the Chainsaw Man. I'm not sure exactly what the hell that's about, so I might pick up the first book. All right, let's get all four of these back out here. So the cool thing was these were all $5 each on the website, or sorry, eBay, the Verotic eBay store. Some of these I believe were like $10 a piece. So you got a pretty decent, you got them all for cover price basically, which is pretty cool. They also had the volume 2 of the lyrics book and the Death Rider graphic novel movie adaptation, and those were $50 a piece because they were all signed. But I already had them all. I already have them all. So and they had about, I'll see if I can put a picture right here of the table from somebody else. It's not me. I'll try to give them credit, but somebody took a picture of the whole table with all the books. These are, I had all the rest of them. I needed these four, so it was pretty cool. $20, and I got all my filled some holes in my collection. Plus, going to a show, and plus the other thing is too, this goes directly to the band, so that's another thing. No middleman, no eBay taking fees out and all that stuff, and shipping and all that stuff. I basically had them, so I bought them at the end of the show too, because I didn't feel like carrying them around. I didn't bring bags and boards with me into the venue, but I had bags and boards out in the car. Go figure, right? A comic collector has bags and boards ready to go. Like I said, if you watch this channel for a long time, you're a Verotic fan, you're going to the show, just know that it's cash only. So I don't want you getting stuck. Lastly, I bought a bunch of stuff, like not a bunch of stuff, but 4 album covers, the CD covers. I put them in my pocket just in case that had a slight chance of meeting the band. I could get some autographs and stuff like that, but that didn't happen. The doors didn't open till 6:30. They were supposed to open at 5:30, so I was running late, so I was super happy. But because I didn't want to miss this band here, Midnight. Heard nothing but good things. For an opening act, man, they slayed. Usually that first band that goes on, it's people are still shuffling in and everything, but it was cool because I went through the merch line. I got that sweet merch that you saw at the beginning of the video. I made it inside the venue, and 10 minutes later, these guys were ripping it up, man. So I got to meet Athanar, got him to sign this poster for me, which was badass. So I didn't get Danzig to sign anything, but one of these days I'll get the rest of my stuff signed. It'll happen. But it was nice meeting this guy. I mean, he's pretty cool of him to sign this. So made a bigger fan for me. Now I'm going to try to go out and buy like some of the CDs and albums that Midnight has. Cause I usually listen to them on Spotify. That was one of the Spotify groups that I had on my thing, but now I was like, okay, now I gotta go out and buy physical stuff. That's how you make fans, man. Now I'm gonna be buying a couple albums either off their site or off Amazon or something like that. But yeah, but this is pretty cool, man. And they killed it, man. They brought the heat, because that was like I said, first opening act, the first band, and there were so many people down in the pit area. I'm not talking about like in a pit or whatever. I'm talking about like the pit area where the there's a balcony where the seats are. I'm talking about the the pit area, everybody was packed in there to see these guys. Even like Twin Temple and Behemoth. There wasn't that many people down there. Was, I had my 3 feet of space there. But when these guys came on, man, everybody was like rushing in there to see them, and so they killed it, man. So if you get a chance to check them out or check any of their stuff out, I'll leave a link down below to one of their videos if you want to check them out. If you're into that kind of stuff, let there be witchery. So. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Next week's video, I'm sure it'll be something from hell. A character from hell, that's a hint for you. But check out the links down below if you get a chance. Talk to you next time.